So, Second Corinthians, a fabulous letter. Obviously, this is written by the Apostle Paul to the church in Corinth, and he had a very long and up and down relationship with this church. In chapter 2 of Second Corinthians, we see him reference a painful visit that he made to them, followed by what he calls an epistle of tears. And so what he's referring to there is a letter that he wrote to them that we have no record of. In fact, this is true of 1st and 2nd Corinthians. There are probably actually 4 letters he wrote to the church in Corinth. In 1 Corinthians, he talks about a letter that he'd written previously warning them to be careful about people of sexual immorality, and then kind of like being close in contact with people like that. And we don't have record of that letter. And so you might look at it like there's kind of like this half 0.5 Corinthians that doesn't exist, and then we have 1 Corinthians. And then there's 1.5 Corinthians, this epistle of tears that we don't have record of, and then there's 2 Corinthians. And when he writes 2 Corinthians, he sends Titus out there, and he says that I'm rejoicing from the news I've heard from you guys about how you've responded to my epistle of tears, and how you've taken heart in some of my encouragement and my correction. And so this is Paul's relationship with the church in Corinth. It's up and down. They're going off and doing a lot of crazy stuff. They're in cohorts with people that probably shouldn't be mingling with. And so Paul's being a very stern pastor to them. And we see a lot of themes of him reminding them about what it means to have a relationship with Christ, and the power of that, and the power of being a new creation.